31 is a Black Ops division. Spy work.
It's just a place for people to bend the rules.
Starfleet is here to make sure no one commits murder.
And here we go.
It's the comic book bullies.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
It's the comic book bullies.
You will bow down before me!
It's the comic book bullies.
Now I am the master.
It's the comic book bullies. It's the comic book bullies. All right, give it to me.
The following contains offensive language and spoilers. Listener discretion is advised. I like Nike, but wait a minute. The neighborhood supports, so put some money in it. The corporations, I got to give up the dough for my town. Or else we got to shut them down. Shut them down.
Yeah, shut them
Shut them down.
You know what I thought you was about to do?
What?
The community one.
The community one.
Remember when Dean did that same one?
No.
Oh man, it was when he started rapping for no reason whatsoever. He was something like, Barack Obama is scared of me because I spit the knowledge and I spit it for free or some shit. Anyway, welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies Nursery Bullying host Leroy, aka Waka Waka Flame, with my co-host.
Okay. Oh yeah, this is Eli, aka Salacious Crumb Cake.
There you go. That is a deep cut reference. There you go. All right, so we're just gonna jump into it. Hopefully, everybody got a chance to lay around on a lazy Sunday and see what's going on. Eli, did you get a chance to watch some foosball?
I did.
Okay, so of course you know that everybody knows that the Super Bowl is already set up with, who you expect. So
Rerun. It's a rerun.
It's a rerun. So yeah,
of course.
Yeah. So the Swift Bowl, the Taylor Bowl, whatever you want to call it.
Of course.
Yeah, and yeah, like
they just buying everything.
I mean, like I said, it's the biggest demographic in the world. So, of course, they're going to go for them. All right. So, now we're just going to jump into it. We're just going to dive head first to this podcast. We're going to do it. No preliminaries. Eli, I got a chance to check out a movie this week.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Because, like I said, so we watched some foosball and it was on Paramount Plus. Yes, the AFC Championship was on Paramount Plus. I decided to watch when it went off. What else is on Paramount Plus? I want to watch Watson with Morris Chestnut? Nah, don't watch that. I decided to watch Section 31.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, it's a Star Trek thing.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. So, like I said, we rarely, if ever, did Star Trek on here. I think the only time Star Trek was even mentioned on here when A.K. David was here.
Yeah, that's a little bit out of my wheelhouse. Yeah.
And that's about where it started. That's about where it ended. But like, we got nothing to talk about this week. I saw a thing. I'm like, you know what? Let me talk about it. So I was actually watching it in the middle. That's why we're waiting so long to record this, Eli, because I was actually in the middle of watching it. Hold on. Let me see what we got. Oh, here we go.
Oh, Jake's in the house. Already.
Jake is in the house. It is my two favorite ladies of the night. Exactly.
Sophisticated mama.
Yeah, anyway, like I said, we're not Star Trek aficionados. We're not Gomer. We're not AKA David. We're not anybody that was on this Geeks and Comics. So
yeah,
like I said, they would jump into it and they would just break down every single little thing that happened on the show. Oh, this little issue here. Like, I don't know any shit. I just wanted to watch a thing that was on. Now, the reason I watched it, Eli, because it wasn't a TV show. Now, if it was a TV show, I'd be like, fuck this, I'm out. However, when I saw it was a hour and 30-minute movie, I was like,
ooh, 90 minutes.
90 minutes. I like, well, I can do that. I just get in and see it like that. Now, like I said, I'm not deep into the Star Trek lore. So did I let that bother me? Whether or not that Star Trek, I don't know this lore and I jump into the deep end of it and am I going to get lost stuff like that? Here's my thing. And our good friend, should I say mentor, Stan Lee?
Sure.
Anyway, Stan Lee said that if you pick up, and like I said, we're comic guys, both of us comic guys. Stan Lee said, if you pick up a comic, anytime you pick up a comic, doesn't matter how many issues it is, 130, 300, 350, whatever like that. If you pick it up and you can't follow the story, that is a bad comic. It don't matter about continuity before, it don't matter continuity hour. If you got that one story, don't know what's going on, it's a bad comic. So And like I said, how many Marvel movies had it been? 30, 35, 30, whatever. For the most part, Marvel movies, you can pick up one of them and you can understand what's going on. You may not understand the whole tapestry of everything that's going on, but you can understand that one movie you watched. You know, I mean, I know plenty of people that have only seen Black Panther, and that is it. And they understand what's going on in that movie.
Yeah,
and
I don't think you need to know what's going on.
Yeah, you don't even know
Else?
all the stuff like that. Do you need to know what happened when Ant-Man and follow what happened in Wakanda? No. Just go in and you'll be fine. So, like I said, with Star Trek, can I follow this one 90-minute movie, see what's going on, enjoy just this one little story, and get out of it? That's kind of my challenge, my test to see what's going on. And for the most part, Eli, I could. It was pretty much a self-contained movie story. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you another thing. Okay, here we go. Drop 16. Oh, he must start the beginning. He started the beginning of it. That's what it was.
Oh
No, we are not Dean from Community. So,
oh, I thought you were gonna do some verses.
no, I'm gonna let you go first.
I did 2 bars or whatever it was.
You
Barely
did
got
2
through
bars. Okay, now it's back over to me. Okay, now I'm not doing it, but anyway. Now here's the thing. Now you know why you can jump into this story so easily and not worry about anything, Eli. One word: multiverse.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Star
Well,
Trek
that
has unlocked the multiverse. They've been in the multiverse. Hell, I think they was dealing with the multiverse in the 60s in the Captain Kirk thing. Or maybe.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Okay.
I know the what's his face? The newer Star Trek movies. The ones that what's his name did?
The guy. Abrams.
The guy.
Yeah.
Abrams. Yeah,
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams. I was trying to think of the Kirk guy. The Chris. Anyways, him. Yeah, those newer. They were like they figured out a way to, like, you know, do a new continuity or whatever.
Yeah. They do the continuity and stuff like that. So let me tell you the
A
premise.
reboot.
The reboot. So let me tell you the premise of the story of Section 31. Now, like I said, if you're an old Star Trek fan, you probably know what a 631 is. If you don't, you know what the hell 631 is, so I'll break it down for you. So, like I said, since there is a multiverse, there's this criminal that ran outside of the multiverse, and they need to get that criminal to do some shit. So, like the Starfleet, you know, the main military in Star Trek, they decided to, you know, recruit some of the nastiest, dirtiest, lawless criminals they can find to recruit them for this mission to do it so they can have plausible deniability, because they're not allowed to cross the multiverse to go find this guy, but they need to put a group of outside contractors, mercenaries, whatever like that, to do it for them. That's 631. So essentially, it's Suicide Squad. That's
Okay.
That's what it is. They're on a suicide mission to go find a guy. That's what it is, like that. So that's simple. That's easy digestible. You know.
So it's a time travel movie.
Well, multiverse movie. It's different.
Oh,
Yeah. So not time traveling. They're in a different multiverse.
okay.
Yeah. So that's going on right now. Who all in this movie? Like I said, whether or not these characters showed it before, I don't know. Kind of don't care. All I do know is that you got who you got? Michelle Yeoh. Michelle Yeoh is the main person in this movie. She's the star. She's like the bounty hunter, evil person that's trying to redeem herself. You know, Suicide Squad. You know.
Was she a captain or something on one of the newer shows or something?
I think so.
Or
But
was
since it's
on one of the newer
multiverse,
shows?
who cares?
Oh, but this is in that verse, she's a bounty hunter, not a captain.
Yeah. And see, it's a different multiverse. So she's a bounty hunter, so who cares what the fuck she was anymore? She may have been a thing in another show that I didn't see, but here, fresh slate, doesn't matter. You know.
Right.
So, like I said, now I will say this: Michelle Yeoh, she still got it, still doing action and stuff like that. And Eli, when I mean I still got it, I mean, hear me out. In this show, she still got it. You know. What else we got? Also, the second person in this movie, other than Michelle Yeoh, is Ghost from Power. Y'all know you sing Power.
I never watched Power.
Okay, you never watched it.
That's on something I don't have. Yeah.
You don't have stars?
No.
Dude, what you got to do is just call them and complain you're going to threaten to leave, and then they'll give it to you. They gave me a year for $23. So, life hack. There you go right there. Anyway, I ain't seen Power either. But the point is, you know the guy from Power. That's the guy. He doesn't play anything else but Power and this. So, yeah. So, he was pretty good in it. he had a crazy backstory that's deep in Star Trek lore if you want to get into it, but that's not it. Had a whole bunch of other people you've seen from other TV shows that pop up to kind of go into it. Because basically what this is, it's a 90-minute extended TV pilot. That's what it is. Now, whether they're going to turn this into a TV show, I don't know. This may be a one and done thing, but it feel like they're trying to set up a TV show for this. But this was just this caper. They go to this other multiverse. They find this criminal. They're also criminals. They all got these shady backstories like that. You got this one Starfleet straight arrow person that's with them to keep them on a straight and narrow and shit like that. Their handler. So that's the show. They all doing crime shit. That's so yeah. That's what you want. You got a Vulcan. You got a Borg. You got a robot. You got this. All the Star Trek shit you expect. They got space Navy battles and shit, like in the old Star Trek shows when they get hit with the torpedoes and Captain Kirk and Leonard Nimoy go, that shit's here. It seemed like everybody was just having fun in the show.
They say engage.
They do. I mean, it's Star Trek. You got to say that shit. Man, the torpedoes, all this shit like that. So yeah. So for the most part, I felt like everybody was having fun in the show, and I thought it was just a fun time. It's basically streaming level stuff you expect to see. And for me, that's cool. Like I said, I'm not that deep into the lore, so just give me something easy breezy I can get into. I'm pretty sure people that know the lore spot this and spot that and blah, blah, blah. I just want to show to watch Michelle Yeoh kick ass and Ghost from Power do something other than power, and I got my money's worth. But that being said, lo and behold, Eli, I decided to go on Twitter and see what everybody else was saying. And of course, what Twitter was saying. Everybody thinks this is the worst piece of shit ever made. Because
Star Trek has gone woke.
Yeah, that's because that's the internet. So
fuck this woke shit.
This is the worst thing Star Trek has ever done. The franchise is dead. How could they do this? Why they give us this? They should have gave us that. Why they give us, well, how you gonna do Michelle? I guess Michelle Yeoh's character was a thing. How you do her like this, turn into some crazy bounty hunter when she should have been this, just dishonoring the character. I'm like, just enjoy shit, man. Y'all gotta complain about every damn thing. So now, like I said, this is not high
nerds
art.
For you.
That's nerd for it. Now, keep in mind, Eli, I'm not telling you this is high art. This is not. This is basically shit you see on streaming. This is that level of shit. That's what it is. But I enjoyed it for what it was. I ain't complain about it. I didn't have to pay for it because I got my Paramount Plus paid up. But everybody else is in the Star Trek hates this shit. I'm pretty sure if I talk to Gomer, he hates this shit. It's the worst piece of shit ever made. Why they do this? Star Trek is dead. Blah blah blah. So,
from what I understand, he was into the new shit, but I don't know.
I don't know.
Whatever. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a Trekkie either. I appreciate Star Trek as a concept, but I never got into it.
Yeah, not that deep into it. Like I said, if you just want a 5 o'clock movie just playing in the background like that, and you don't mind something, you can do worse than this movie. Don't listen to the Star Trek fans. Because they're so deep into this shit, they want this and that, blah blah blah. But you just want some shit playing in the background. I didn't mind it. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. So, did it add to the overall lore of Star Trek? I don't really think it did. I feel like it was like I said, it's multiverse, other shit. So it's just like whatever happens in this movie kind of doesn't matter. And maybe that's why people are pissed. That's why the Star Trek fans are pissed. Fuck is just Steelers shit.
Elseworld, yeah.
Yeah, it's some Elseworld shit. So it's like, oh, it doesn't matter. The fuck this shit, like instead of just it's a movie, fuck it,
Yeah. Don't have fun with anything.
Yeah, you're not allowed to have fun. Like everything got to be a homework assignment for later on. So yeah, if you got to watch it because it got to be a quiz and some kind of after show or party you're at, then it doesn't matter. So fuck it, just enjoy some shit. So all right, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it 3.5 out of 5. I know this is blasphemy for Star Trek purists that want. I don't know what the fuck they want. Shit, like I said, I don't really. It's like the first Star Trek thing I've seen in a while. I'm only watching now because I had Paramount Plus. And I'm like, well, might not let it go to waste. I mean, I can't watch Ray Donovan all day.
Did people like that Picard show?
From what I'm gathering, I think they like season 3. I think they said it like the first 2 seasons sucked, but basically the season 3 was just like everybody from the new generation that's still alive. They just showed up there, so everybody just said it was the best thing ever.
Okay.
So yeah, there you go.
Figured, they wanted some old shit, and
they want some old shit. So yeah, so it wasn't just Picard. It was like everybody that was.
They wanted all the old shit.
They wanted all the old shows. So it was basically Star Trek Next Generation, like season what the fuck ever. That's basically what it was, and everybody loved it for that.
Okay.
So don't give me new shit, give me old shit. So I guess I don't know.
I didn't
All right.
watch that either.
I didn't watch that either. Because, like I said, season 3, you got me too much. Give me a 90-minute movie, in and out. I'm done. I can handle that.
Yeah, 90 minutes. That's we make make movies 90 minutes again.
Make movies 90 minutes again. Why is it so hard? Why we got everything got to
Yeah.
be 3 hours and 4
Yeah.
hours, and you got to take a piss in between and stuff like that? No, just give me a movie, just watch it.
Yeah, we don't need a season of a show. Yeah, just
Everything
give us
don't
a
have to be a
90-minute
TV
movie.
show. Yeah.
Yeah, give us a
Even though this
90-minute
probably will
movie.
be a TV show eventually, but still.
Yeah. Should we thank a president for that or something? But I haven't
doing
watched
everything
any
else.
yet.
Give us one thing to.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of the newer. Well, I didn't have. I had Paramount Plus for a little bit and then got rid of it. I do have it again now, but I haven't watched any Star Trek shit. I did enjoy the J.J. Abrams movies for what they were, but that's because
I like them.
Yeah.
But that was his Star Wars audition movies, though.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
he turned Star Trek into Star Wars, basically.
And Star Trek fans hated those movies.
Yeah, and I enjoyed those. I mean, during COVID, I watched the original series, just cause, and I appreciated what it was. I do find Spock to be a great character.
Yeah.
I find him interesting. On the Next Generation, I find Data to be an interesting character.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, Star Trek never grabbed me as never my thing.
Star Trek fans watching those new movies. If I wanted to see beautiful people doing exciting things, I watch sports. So okay. All right.
I get it. Okay, the purple people are minorities, and
yeah,
I get.
yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So, but it's cool. All right. I think it's we're moving on past that. Okay, I think it's still on me.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about some more space shit. I didn't make a graphics for this. We're just gonna go to it. We're gonna talk about Supergirl. Even though I know that Superman dropped a new trailer, I don't care. We're gonna talk about Supergirl.
The new footage. Oh, you didn't get to see the 2 seconds of him flying?
Oh yeah, the AI pic of him flying and shit like that. Yeah, that's cool. I know everybody else shouldn't notice it like that, but when it comes out, I'm happy with it. But here's the thing, Eli, I'm actually really excited about this Supergirl movie.
Okay.
There's the reason why. They just showed a picture of this, and that's all I needed. Now I'm gonna tell you why that's all I need. The back of her head, and she just sitting there and showing the logo. Because the reason I'm saying that's all I need, because you look at it closely, if you zoom into it, she's sitting in a bar. And I saw that, I was like, oh shit, James Gunn is cooking. That's what we need. Here's the reason why it's so exciting. Because this movie is the Supergirl movie they're making right now is based off the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow comic. And the comic opens up with Supergirl drunk as hell starting a bar fight in outer space. Whooping somebody's ass. Yeah. Because she's celebrating her 21st birthday, so she goes to a planet with a red sun so she can lose her powers, and she just gets to a bar fight with somebody.
She get the fucked up.
Oh, she's fucked up in the day. She like cursing her ass off the whole time, and so I'm like, and even reading like, how the hell you gonna make this to a movie? But they're gonna find a way. To me, that was like the best part of that whole book. People are gonna be shocked when they make Supergirl movie and she's cussing her ass off, drinking, starting bar fights. People ain't used to that type of Supergirl, so yeah. So that's why I'm excited for it when I saw that. And also,
and then she's gonna stumble out of the bar and like knock over Lobo's motorcycle.
Oh, there you go.
Or Space Hog.
How you gonna be in a bar and you not getting a fight with Lobo? It's got to happen. So,
and Jason Momoa as Lobo, he's been cast.
Jason Momoa as Lobo has been cast. So yeah, the shit writes itself. So
there you go. You're fragging.
Like I said, Lobo was not in the original comic, but you could easily write his way in there. Like I said, she's in a bar. So
in space, she's in a space bar.
It's like the easiest thing to do. So
yeah, why not have Lobo just chilling there,
right,
with his dolphins and shit,
right? Whatever the fuck he's doing. So yeah, so that's what got me excited for the Supergirl movie, Eli. So I'm excited. Like I said, Tom King, I think he wrote a classic with that one. So and people are saying, oh, I know what he's doing. Oh, so you're just saying this is True Grit? Yeah, Tom King said it was True Grit when he made the book. He was telling you it's True Grit with Supergirl. So everybody trying to be smart asses trying to say, oh, that's what they're doing. Yes, they've already said that's what they're doing. So
yeah, just like the Joker movie was Taxi Driver with the Joker.
Right. Oh, you're so clever.
Brilliant.
We're figuring that out.
That was brilliant. Oh, wow.
Right.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, we know.
Fuck Martin Scorsese, but Joker was based on a Martin Scorsese movie. That's brilliant.
Real cinema. So yeah. All right. So now,
fucking nerds.
now it's on you, Eli. Now it's on you. Not only is it on you, we are now in the video game section.
Okay, we're cruising right along.
Yep. Now, while you're doing all this, you're gonna see me doing a bunch of shit in the background. Ignore it. You just power on through it.
Okay.
Okay.
You're going to be my Elon.
Can we say that on this podcast? I don't know. Okay.
He'll give us a bunch of I don't know. What will the algorithm go? You know.
I don't know. It's hard to say right now.
Yeah, if we say his name and then they see our faces, or
it depends on how we say it. That's the thing, you know. Hey, we got our third co-host is AI, so we better be careful what we say.
Oh yes, all hail the Doom bots. So hey,
and all hail AI Elon. So
yeah. Yeah, I got to see a documentary.
Oh, and that was not a fucking Roman salute. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's move on.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Eli. I didn't mean to blurt that out. I just let's go.
And I've been around a lot of people with autism. I've never seen any of them do that shit.
Right. That's all we're gonna say. We're not saying anything else. We
disabled. Yes, disabled people aren't that stupid.
Right. Back to the funny books. Okay. Yeah.
Yes. So I watched the documentary George A. Romero's Resident Evil, and it's just about George Romero's unmade Resident Evil movie. So, for those who don't know, there's a game called Resident Evil. That came out 30 years ago now. When was back in the 90s.
Yeah.
96, 97 or something when it came out. Highly successful video game called Resident Evil. It was originally supposed to be like a haunted house video game.
Mm-hmm.
But and it was going to be based on a movie, like a Japanese haunted house movies, but they couldn't get the rights. So they started reworking the story, and they decided to make still set it inside a house with monsters and shit. But then they decided to make the main villains, the main adversaries you run into, zombies. And then you would go, and every boss would be a giant monster of some sort. You know, the giant spider, the alligator, the sharks, the tyrant, blah, 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 blah. And so they threw zombies in there because, hey, we haven't seen zombies in a while. So this is back in the 90s. And yes, the 90s was a dry spell for not only zombies, but horror in general. Horror, yeah, I'm not a fan of 90s horror. A lot of duds came out until Scream. We had a kind of a dry spell. I loved Scream the first time I seen it. The very first Scream I loved when I saw it in the theater. It's all the shitty sequels and all the knockoffs that came after that I hated.
Urban Legend 1, 2, and 3. Okay.
Yeah. All those. Then horror went mainstream, and then we had these teeny bopper soap operas with pretty teenagers getting killed with no blood in it. It was very homogenized, pop horror. That's why I have an issue with that. But yes, and then there was no zombie movies.
What's fucked up? Every horror movie star that was in those horror movies showed up on Dawson's Creek.
Pretty much, yeah. Or started out on a teen show and then ended up in
One Tree Hill or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah, ended up in getting killed in some shitty horror movie.
Not the CW, the WB. That's what it was.
Yeah, the WB. Yes, that's right. Yeah, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah.
But yeah, back then there was no zombie movies. Return of the Living Dead, Day of the Dead. Those movies came out late 80s, 86, 87. And then there was really wasn't that many zombie movies. There was a couple here and there, Cemetery Man. I think Full Moon did some things, but there really wasn't zombie movies. And I remember me and my friends were watching, was it Deep Rising? That sea monster flick. And a dude gets eaten by the monster and then he gets regurgitated up and he's all melted and his skin's falling on. He looked like a zombie. And I remember us saying, damn, we need a new zombie movie. And this was late 90s sometime. So, and then Resident Evil kind of gave us that fix. That's why it was such a big hit, because it was a zombie game and we hadn't had any zombies in the movies for a while.
And we've
So
actually never seen a zombie game before at the
yeah,
time. At the
at the
time, yeah.
time, yes, Resident Evil was highly successful because it was a horror movie. You were like in a horror movie, you know. That's what it was like. Remember the old camera angles, those old school camera angles? It wasn't like your third person open world like the games are now. No, there were different camera angles, and you had to
Right.
know how to maneuver through those shots. So that's what Resident Evil was giving you an experience of being in a horror movie and a zombie movie. And they admit that George Romero's zombie flicks were the main inspiration for Resident Evil. So when they decided after the game was huge, they said, let's make a movie. And they hired George Romero to make a movie. Now, before that, he directed a commercial in Japan for Resident Evil 2, a live action commercial. And they're like, okay, you're perfect. We want you to make this movie. So is that cool?
I mean, it's just smart. They're just smart to do, right?
Yeah, let's get the guy who basically invented the zombie genre to make a movie out of Resident Evil. And yes, George Romero, he invented the what we know as the modern day zombie. You know, the flesh eaters, the undead flesh eaters that eat brains, and the only way to kill them is shooting them in the head. Yes, he invented that with Night of the Living Dead. Before that, zombies were like about voodoo and shit. You know, Night of the Living Dead was like the first time we saw like that the whole downfall of society, the zombie apocalypse. That was all introduced. George Romero, his zombie films, Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, and so forth, kind of like invented that genre, you know. And I was scared. I used to be scared of zombies. Like when I was a little kid.
I ran out the room when Thriller was on.
Yo, it was Thriller and Return of the Living Dead kind of like made me
Right.
made me tolerate zombies again. But I remember like seeing Night of the Living Dead, like it was on TV when I was like a super little kid. I was like 4 or 5, and my sister was watching it, and the little girl that kills and eats her parents in that movie, that just fucked me up. I couldn't handle that. So zombie movies scared me. So when I got older and started like watching horror movies and renting horror movies from the video stores and shit, I would rent all the movies, but I would avoid zombie movies. You know? And it wasn't until Thriller, yes, Michael Jackson's Thriller, where they were dancing, and Return of the Living Dead. You know, that those are the movies that got me back into zombies and shit. But yeah, I was scared of zombies. But anyways, so George Romero gets hired, you know, to write and direct a Resident Evil movie, and he spent all this time writing a script. He had Bernie Wrightson.
The Swamp Thing guy,
yeah, the guy who, Swamp Thing comic artist, you know, drew a bunch of Swamp Things and, you know, House of Mystery and a lot of horror comics.
Mm-hmm.
He had him design the Tyrant, and they actually made a model, like a 3D model of Bernie Wrightson's Tyrant design. He had K&B, Greg Nicotero, the guys who did effects on, you know, the old zombie movies and Evil Dead and you know, Friday the 13th. Tom Savini was helping out with some of the gore effects. You know, so he had a whole crew, you know, getting ready to, you know, make this movie, you know. And he wrote a script. And in the script, Chris Redfield was going to be indigenous.
Okay.
And because George Romero, his zombie movies were full of social commentary, you know, making political statements, you know. Night of the Living Dead, very much about the civil rights movement. The main character is a black guy who walks into a house, slaps a white lady, beats up the white guy, and tells him, "I'm the boss." In the 60s, that was a bold move. You know, Dawn of the Dead was about consumer culture. It's set in a mall. Day of the Dead is about, you know, America's foreign military policies, the military, you know. And he wanted to do that with the Resident Evil movie. He wanted to, like, you know, make a comment on private militaries, like Umbrella Corporation being this, like, you know, this sort of, you know, multinational corporation that, you know, is involved in the military, is doing like secret experiments with bioweapons and,
Wailing
and farm. Yeah, for pharmaceuticals and all that shit, So yeah, he was gonna, touch on those themes, and also he wanted Chris Redfield to be native because he was always using like outsider characters that would challenge the status quo because it was an apocalypse. Civilization was, on the downfall, and the outsiders were taking over. The people who didn't have the power were now getting the power. That's kind of what his movies were kind of saying. And that zombies were a dark reflection of humanity. That zombies bring out the worst in human beings. They are dark reflections of ourselves. In zombie movies, it's never the zombies that are the main threat. It's always the other humans you got to worry about.
Man is the real monster.
Yes. So he wrote this script. He was getting ready to do it, but the producers thought the script was too violent and gory.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Because he didn't have any WB teeny boppers in it,
because it was the late 90s. And
Jennifer Love Hewitt couldn't be in it anywhere.
Yes. And horror was all popular all of a sudden. Horror went mainstream. They needed to sell tickets. They needed a big event movie to sell the summer blockbuster, tickets and, make money. So like, no, we don't want this being too violent and bloody and gory. And, we can't have zombies, eating people's entrails and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And George Romero was like, what the fuck? Well, then fuck this. So he left. But how cool would it have been to have like the guy who invented the zombie movie and make a Resident Evil movie?
I mean, that just would have made sense.
Yeah. So eventually, Paul W.S. Anderson made the Resident Evil movies and made it what it is. And those movies are fine. They're hit and miss for me.
I don't know. They're miss. All of them misses. All 28 of them. I haven't fuck many he made.
I did enjoy the first one, and then the rest of them are just kind of okay. My kid did enjoy them. He was a little kid watching them. He likes them. I like the fourth one, the one where they're on the roof. But yeah, they're all kind of mid for me. But but we could have had like one of the master horror makers of all time make a Resident Evil movie. And,
I understand why it's so hard to make a good Resident Evil movie. That should be easy. Zombies. Boom. That's it.
Yeah.
Because that Netflix TV show is one of the worst pieces of shit I ever seen.
Yeah. I didn't finish it.
I finished it just to review it just so I could shit on it on this podcast.
Yeah. But, and this was before this. I mean, and eventually movies like 28 Days Later and Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead, which is a remake of George Romero's movie, that set off the zombie trend. That's what got us to Walking Dead, and a decade of zombie movies. Then we had that big resurgence of zombie movies, and then George Romero came back and did Land of the Dead.
I know everybody hated it. I kind of liked it.
Yeah. Oh, I read the book. That book.
I know the book is way better. I like the Brad Pitt movie. Other than they advertise Pepsi every other time. Like, why is Pepsi in the zombie apocalypse? But whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, we had a resurgence of zombie movies, and so yeah, it's just an interesting documentary. It's basically a love letter to George Romero. It's a tribute to his movies, to his career. It examines his how his movies influenced the game. It talked about the history of the games, and it was just an interesting watch. So yeah, if you're into Resident Evil or if you're into zombie movies, which you probably are into both, if you.
Right.
It's just an interesting, what could have been, I guess like Jodorowsky's Dune. Did you ever see that movie or that documentary about Jodorowsky's Dune, the unmade Dune movie?
I heard about it. I know he was working on it. He had like this weird concept, but like for the 70s, that it would have been possible for that movie to be made.
Yeah. And that's and people saying that, that production book went around Hollywood, and that's what probably influenced Alien. And of course, George Lucas's Star Wars and, Star Trek and all that shit was all influenced by all that,
I mean, like the Lord of the Ring cartoons and shit back in the 70s.
Yeah.
Like they had to make it a cartoon because they couldn't make it live action back then. It would have been impossible.
Yeah. So like I said, it was just it was an interesting watch, and just a cool little nostalgia trip, and just interesting history on the game, and just a shout out to George Romero and the zombie movies, the zombie genre, So. Yeah, it's cool. I guess I'll give it a 4 out of 5. I guess. That's okay.
Nice. I'm pretty sure since we're talking about movies that could have been made that didn't get made because it was just the wrong time to do it. I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but I'll say it again. John Singleton was supposed to make a Black Panther movie back in the 90s, starring Wesley Snipes, but what he had envisioned and what Marvel had envisioned, either they couldn't do it or couldn't afford it or whatever. So Wesley Snipes was like, okay, so I can't do Black Panther. What other Black superhero you got? That's where you got Blade. Boom. There you go. All right. What we got next? Let me click this comment for Jake. We've been leaving Jake out in the cold. Resident Evil had that lady that Pete Davidson. Which lady? Who hasn't he dated?
Which Resident Evil?
Right. All of them?
Must be one I haven't seen.
Right. Pete Davidson at this point could be like, the game we used to play, like, that's my car. You just point a car. That's my car. That's my car. I hit her. I hit her. I hit her. Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do we got next? We're gonna stick with the video game. We're in the video game section because Eli brought us here. We're gonna stay in the video game section. We're gonna live in the video game section because right now, now I did a thing because Eli, I was going to play that Indiana Jones game and talk about it, and I was like, this is the most boring fucking game ever. I see what Eli was talking about, but I'm gonna power on through this shit.
Oh, so really? You didn't have fun packing Indy's luggage?
No, and search for a camera and shit. I was just like, who finds this shit fun, man? It's like, the fuck everybody was talking about. But I'm gonna power through that shit. I'm gonna beat it, Eli. But I had to stop playing it because I got news that out of nowhere, Ninja Gaiden 4 is about to be released sometime this year. I don't know when, but we're releasing. Since I don't think we're gonna get flagged copyrighted, I'm gonna play that footage. Where is it? Where is it? I'm gonna see if I can do it. I'm at the wrong thing. Chrome tab. Boom. There we go. Let's try this. Okay. Let's see if we can see it. Oh, there it is. Load up. Play it. Bam. Okay.
What the hell?
Okay. We're on it. Okay. So, like I said, it's Ninja Gaiden 4, a new storyline, actually new protagonist. So it's a new ninja guy going around doing weird shit and stuff like that, chopping up cyborgs and ninjas and demons and shit like that, which is cool. Got a problem with that. A new development team is going to be in Platinum Games. They did Bayonetta. They did what's the other game? That
Devil May
shooting
Cry?
game. No, it's
Looks like Devil May Cry.
Okay, the dude that's made Bayonetta also made Devil May Cry.
Yeah,
that's why they're so similar. Metal Gear Rising. He made Metal Gear Rising. Revengeance.
Max Payne.
Not Max Payne. No, but all those Chopsaki games and shit like that. He did that. He's making this, or somebody from his team is making this. Completely different studio making this, so it's not going to have the same feel. Ryan Hayabusa is going to show up. He may be playable. He may be the main villain. We don't know. They changed some stuff like that. Eli, I'll be honest with you. I could care less about this game. This game is hit or miss play. This is not what I'm really caring about. I'm like, if they make it, cool, whatever. Hold on, before I get to it, let me get the comment. Let me see what Jake got for me.
Graphics are fire.
Those graphics are fire. Yeah, they are. Now, I will give them credit on that. The graphics are fire on there. But that is not what I was excited about because that was the first announcement they made. The second announcement they made was that they remade Ninja Gaiden 2. And they're calling it Ninja Gaiden 2 Black.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that when I saw that, I was like, well, I can't play Indiana Jones. I gotta play this shit right now. This is the game. So I streamed it, played it, doing good numbers on stream right now. Let me see if I can play it right now. So they remade the game, and it's got the Unreal Engine 5 engine going on in there. And I'm going to give you my thoughts about what I thought of this game. Now, like I said, the graphics on this game are insane. But before I get to it, so this is not the first remake they made of Ninja Gaiden. So you got Ninja Gaiden 2 that was on the Xbox 360. It had a lot of problems to it. It had way too many enemies going on, so many enemies that the frame rate would crash on the game. The difficulty level kind of spiked all over the place on that game. You had some bullshit cheap bosses on that game. And you know what? We loved every single minute of it. We don't care. Flaws and all, crush and all, we love that game. But they decided to remake it because on the PlayStation, the Xbox for the PlayStation on Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2. And we hated this fucking game. Why do we hate this game? Because it's the same game as Ninja Gaiden 2, but they removed the blood. What else did they do? They removed weapons, they removed enemies, they removed bosses, and it was easier to play. We don't want easy. We liked it hard. I mean, no Diddy, but I'm just saying. So that's what we like. So when you made it easier, we don't want to play that shit. Give us the real Ninja Gaiden. So this game right here, is it giving us the real Ninja Gaiden? And I'm gonna
Oh
say
yeah, look at
yes.
all that blood. Yeah, it's wet, just wet.
Yeah.
Can't
See
go-
the
yeah,
other the
can't-
Ninja Gaiden, so they took all that shit out. It was baby shit, Eli.
Oh, that was all. That
PG-13
was
shit.
dry. That shit was dry. You need the baby oil.
Right. That was Jennifer Love Hewitt Ninja Gaiden right there. No, this is the real shit. So, but what do I think about this game? Is it giving us what we want, or is it giving us 90s horror movie scream shit? Yes and no. Because when I dig deep into it, this is not a remake of Ninja Gaiden 2. This is a remake of Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2. The bullshit one we don't want. Even though they did add blood into it. So they did give us that. Even though the other one didn't have that. But blood is not what made those games. The enemies, like the whole lot of enemies they had in that game, like they're gone. Now you got like 3 enemies at a time, 5 enemies at a time. They got these tanky. No, give me 100 dudes or 50 dudes at one time, and I just got to just mow through them all at one time. That's what I want. That's what I love. Was it cheap? Was it bullshit? Yes, but I still loved it. Was it chaotic? Yes. Is people gonna get into that shit that don't play these type of games? No, I don't care. Give me that.
Some Dynasty Warrior type shit.
Yeah, that shit where you just like hacking through everybody. Give me that
chopping
shit.
And chopping.
Yeah, you don't give a fuck. Yeah,
hacking
they don't,
and slashing.
Right, and they took out like some of the awesome weapons in there, like the windmill shuriken is gone, incendiary shuriken is gone. I'm like, man, that's some bullshit. But I gotta say, man, the graphics are amazing. I'm just like you can like they could have released like cutscenes like as a movie, and I would have watched this shit on Paramount Plus. So but that's what it's overall this is the best definitive version of Ninja Gaiden 2, but it's still missing that thing that I wanted. It's not perfect where I want it. But I still play it just because it looks so pretty, and I still play it. And I was enjoying it because when I played Sigma, I was like, this is too watered down, it's too new, I can play it. This I did have fun playing this. I did have fun just running through people and chopping up people. And I probably will play it some more. Whether I beat it or not.
My brother is like excited about it. He's all stoked for this shit.
Yeah,
he loves these games.
Yeah, I love it. Eli, this is one of my favorite games of all time, Ninja Gaiden 2.
Well, I remember, is this the one with where you're on the jet at the end, where you're fighting on the jet?
I'm trying to think. I can't remember. No, this is the one where he goes to hell.
Okay.
And he fights all the demons he killed.
I played a few of these games. I haven't played the more recent ones, but yeah, and it was on like the 360, back then.
Yeah, this was on the 360. But here's the thing, another thing about this one, what's the basic story? What's the basic story for Ninja Gaiden? He kills a bunch of ninjas.
Yeah.
The end. You don't need a story.
Yeah. He infiltrates some sort of I'm thinking of Shinobi.
You thinking of Shinobi? No, this ain't that. This just I go in there and I'm killing everybody in the room and I'm killing everybody in the next room. That's the story.
Yeah, like the dragon's got the dragon sword. It's got some power and shit. And
thank you, Eli. There is lore. I forgot. I completely forgot about that shit when I'm playing.
Well, who gives
that shit? Yeah.
Your sword has magic. It's like a dragon's tooth or some shit. But who gives a fuck? Just have it. Yeah.
Other ninja clans want the dragon sword, and you got to protect it, and whatever. Who gives a fuck? Kill a bunch of people. So yeah, that's all that matters. So, but here's the thing. In my opinion, the definitive way to play this, because I have Ninja Gaiden 2, and even though it did struggle because there was too much game for the Xbox 360, I bought an Xbox Series X just to play Ninja Gaiden 2, and on that system, it plays it at 4K, 60 frames per second. It doesn't drop a frame. And I've even played in some sections where, like this, just where the Xbox 360 would just collapse when it had too many enemies on the screen. I did that purposely on this one and didn't drop a frame. So to me, the definitive way, like if you want to play Ninja Gaiden, don't bother with this one. Bother with Ninja Gaiden 2. But the thing is, it's locked on the 360. Where this game right here is on every system. It's on PlayStation 5 right now. It's on Steam right now. You can play all that shit. So if you don't have an Xbox, then this is kind of the only way to play it. And if you play, I don't think you'll be mad at it. I think you'll be happy with this game. I think you'll be excited for this game. So
it looks like the shit I played. Yeah,
it's the same. It's the same game. It's just better graphics. Yeah,
yeah.
Like I said, the shit I'm griping about is like little bitty, ticky tack shit that most people won't even recognize. It's just I played the game so much, I know when shit is different. I know when I should have killed this guy. Why is this guy still alive? Oh, there should have been a guy here. Why is the guy not there? Oh, what happened to this health potion over here? Why is it not over there? You know, little shit like that. Just like you making the game worse on purpose when you could have did better. So I don't know, man. I'm being nitpicky. You know what I am, Eli? I'm one of them Star Trek nerds on Twitter. That's what I am.
You're being nitpicky because you like it so much.
Because I like it so much. Yes, just like them. Ooh, what you do? You could have gave this, could have gave me that. Shut the fuck up. Eat your food.
You could have just said it's cool and went on, but no.
I had to go on.
You're being passionate,
and you
which
can't
means
be
you
that.
care.
I know you can't be that, Eli. I mean, my thing is this: they went out their way to take my favorite game and give it motherfucking like the best graphics you could possibly give on an action game, and I'm complaining about this shit. Like, is that just me being? I don't know.
It just means you give a fuck.
I know I see it, but shouldn't I at least be happy on this shit a little bit?
It looks like you're having fun.
I'm having fun. This is my stream. For everybody don't know, this is my stream I'm playing right now. I played the other day. I was having fun on the game. I was talking shit, having fun. So yes, I was having fun, even though I'm complaining. This is a fun game. So
yeah,
I just wish they could have gave me some more of the stuff I've missed. That's all. So yes, I am being passionate. I am being overcritical. I am being petty.
Yeah, they just cut that dude's head off. That was dope.
Hell yeah, get the fuck out of here. So that's your story right there, Jake. Cut everybody's fucking head off.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah. Decapitation.
Right. So that's all I got on that one. Go get it. Go play it. It's on Game Pass. So you don't have to buy it if you have an Xbox. So you just
I do have an Xbox and I do have Game Pass.
Download Game Pass. There you go. Judge for yourself. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
I've been playing that fucking Marvel versus Capcom Punisher game. I've been just playing that all like.
Oh, you mean I was like Punisher wasn't on Marvel's Capcom? I was like, oh, but you talking about the Punisher game?
The side scroller. Yeah,
okay,
the beat 'em up
with Nick Fury, the white Nick Fury. Yeah. Lyric, any updates for the Max Payne remaster? Haven't heard anything about that.
I haven't heard anything about that. The remastering Max Payne.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that. So I don't know.
That was a game. That was a game.
That was a game. Yeah, that was awesome. Now I would love a remake of that one. Yeah.
Oh, I had the cheat codes and I was the Terminator.
Those games are hard though. I thought they were like easy. I used to get my ass whooped in Max Payne.
Well, then I got the cheat codes where you're like on God mode. You have like unlimited ammo, unlimited health. I was just walking through like the Terminator. Just
oh man, that defeats the purpose of the game, man.
Yeah, it was just like what you just saw, only with guns.
Oh shit! All right,
yeah, unlimited health, unlimited ammo, and unlimited bullet time or whatever it's called, where you can jump into slow mo shit. Yeah, I had unlimited all that shit. It was just those are the days.
The fall of Max Payne.
And then I had that one too.
Yeah. I think the guy that did the motion work for like the guy, they modeled the face of it, I think he passed away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like a few years ago.
So was it Marky Mark?
No, it was not Marky Mark. Why does Marky Mark keep fucking up video games, man? Video game movies. He loves to just pop his ass up in there and just fuck these movies up for no reason.
Yeah, that was such a disappointing fucking.
Him and Uncharted, man. I still don't give him for Uncharted. Like, why are you here? He was in Uncharted for no reason.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's.
I don't know. Could have been such a good movie. We could have had greatness, Eli.
That could have been John Wick before John Wick. It could have been another. Yeah. Could have been another John Woo. All they had to do was rip off John Woo, but no.
What if John Woo would have directed Max Payne
instead of remaking The Killer? Yeah, that
instead of remaking The Killer. Yeah, he can still do it. They can still remake Max Payne and have John Woo do it.
Have John Woo remake or do a Max Payne movie and do it right.
We can't have nice things, Eli. We can't.
Yeah.
Hollywood isn't built for that.
Yeah, anyway. George Romero can't direct a Resident Evil movie. John Woo can't make a Max Payne movie. The fuck?
See, now, are we being critical, Eli? Are we being overcritical for that?
It's because we're passionate.
Because we're passionate, yeah.
We give a fuck.
Right. Just take your big titty Jennifer Love Hewitt horror movie in the 90s and shut the fuck up. Have fun with that.
Yeah.
Get moving to the next part of the podcast.
Sure.
Okay. Like I said, this is Comic Book Bullies. We're talking about comic books. We're going to jump into it. Eli, I'm gonna let you go first. I don't know what you got. I think you got more stuff to me, or the same stuff to me. I don't know what you got.
I will do Absolute Wonder Woman number 4.
Wonder Woman AF. Okay.
Wonder Woman.
All the world is waiting for you.
Yeah,
The fact that we know Wonder Woman's theme song, I don't know.
that means we're old.
Yeah, that means okay. I will take that. I will take that.
we're old.
Okay. Let's just leave it at that. Yeah.
Get us up from under Wonder Woman.
Okay.
If
Anyway.
Jake don't know what we're talking about,
They don't know
then
what the
we're
fuck we're talking about. They just making up shit. That's our 16 bars right there. Whoever wants us
Yeah.
to go.
Because how old is Jake? Like 40 now?
Right. Oh shit, hanging around us too much. Yeah. All right.
So yeah, I did. Yeah, Absolute Wonder Woman number 4. This is the absolute verse.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Jake gave us something. Jake gave us something else. What's what he gave us?
Yeah, unks. Yeah.
Oh, we're unk age. Yeah, we are unk
Yeah.
age. Yeah. All right. So back to Absolute Wonder Woman. Okay.
Yeah, the absolute universe where Darkseid did some shit, and now we have the Darkseid universe. We have different versions of our characters, and now this is Absolute Wonder Woman. So in this universe, Absolute Wonder Woman was raised in hell, and she's all got magic and shit. And then she came back to Earth to be a protector of humanity, and now she's fighting this giant kaiju beast that's about to swallow everybody's soul. In the last issue, it does this chant that sort of hypnotizes people, and they basically willingly walk into this giant monster's mouth to be devoured. And Wonder Woman put a spell over the city to make everybody deaf, so they can't hear.
Because in this universe, Wonder Woman knows full blown magic. So
yeah, she's a magician, magic, whatever, witch or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Yeah. So she put a spell over the city. Everybody's deaf, and went to battle. She lost her arm, but it turns out she gave up her arm to bring Steve Rogers back.
Trevor.
Steve Trevor. Yeah, Trevor.
one of them doesn't matter.
yeah, that dude. Her boo. Her boo is back. She had to give up her arm to do it. Some spell, because for some reason Steve Trevor went to hell.
One of them,
yeah. He went to hell for some reason. She did a spell to bring him back to Earth and had to give up her arm to do it. But then she had a magical arm with a bunch of tattoos, but that got ripped off. And then she was using a robot arm instead. But anyways, while the spell of the death spell is over the city and no one can hear the monster chanting, she goes and finds Etta Candy. Yes, now we got Etta Candy in the house. Nice. She is a detective, and her sister is like a new age hippie chick who runs a hipster, new wave mystical shop with herbs and probably sells sage.
Yeah, that type of shit. Yeah.
Spirit animals and fucking spirit rocks and chakra shit. You know what I'm saying? She owns one of those shops
with the Winter Soldier arm. That shit's crazy, man.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So Wonder Woman goes there and she's like, "Hey, I need to do a spell. I need my arm back. So I need these ingredients. I need whatever, fucking." Ingredients
toenails and
shit. Yes. Snakes and tails and puppy dog tails and all that shit. And she goes to the Etta Candy sister's mystical shop and gets all this stuff. And then she does this magical spell to get her arm back. While she's doing the spell, we get like a flashback of Cersei in hell, questioning why she has this task of raising Wonder Woman. And when Wonder Woman was a kid, and she's wondering if she has the ability to do that, and she's worried about Wonder Woman and blah, 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 blah. But then like one of the gods gives her a message and says, no, you are destined. She is destined for greatness, and you must teach her how to be great, basically, So anyways, back to the present, Wonder Woman gets her arm back and says, okay, now I got to go kill this motherfucker. So she takes that big ass sword she has, that big fucking Final Fantasy sword that she has.
Buster sword,
Yeah. And then she does a magical spell and turns that fucking sword into like a giant ass blade, like the size of a skyscraper.
The fuck? Okay.
Yeah, the Athena blade or something it's called. It's like the size of a skyscraper. And here's Wonder Woman flying through the sky with this big giant fucking sword and chops that fucking monster in half.
Damn.
And probably the dopest fucking scene
okay,
ever.
so that's metal as fuck.
Yes. I was like, holy shit. She took a sword the size of the Empire State Building, flew in the air, and chopped this monster in half. And it was dope. Yeah. So this was awesome. Anyway, so epilogue. We go to like the Washington D.C. and the president's like, oh shit, Wonder Woman just took out this giant beast with a big ass sword the size of a fucking skyscraper. And the Secretary of Defense is like, yeah, that's she could be a threat. And it's what's her name again? Veronica Kane or something.
Not Kane. It's
Kale.
That's it. Like it's her Lex Luthor, but yeah.
Yes, she's like the Wonder Woman's Lex Luthor. Anyway, she's like, yeah, she could be a threat. And then the fucking book ends. So this is dope.
So it's found like that arc has completed. So what you're saying, and then they're gonna move on to the next thing.
Yeah. This has been dope. So
and the crazy thing about it, like everything seems like it feels like a Wonder Woman comic. You don't feel like they like going too far away from, you got kaijus and shit.
Yeah,
but you got Eddie Candy showing up, you got Steve Trevor showing up, you got Magic Thing showing up.
Yeah, it's still the Wonder Woman character. It's sure, she was raised in hell. She's flying a skeleton Pegasus, and she's got a big ass giant sword, and it's the lasso of. It's not the lasso of truth. It's the lasso of something else. Like this, but it's still her. It's still Diana. It's still Diana being forthright and cool and just wanting to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? So at the core, it's still Diana, and that's what I'm digging about it. Yeah, it's like I said, this is my favorite out of the Absolute books. Even more than Batman. Because I'm saying
that's out selling everything. So
I mean, we've seen all these different versions of Batman, and they're all cool. And this is another, and it's not like I'm not enjoying Batman, I'm enjoying the Superman too. But this is by far my favorite Absolute book. Yeah, this is a 4.
Because it's still Wonder Woman in this hell world or whatever we're at. So
4.5 out of 5. Okay.
Nice. All right, I'm gonna do it next. Eli, you're gonna have to help me out on this one. We're gonna do Wolverine's Revenge.
All right, cool.
Let's jump into it. Now, I gotta say something about this book, because thing is with Wolverine's Revenge, and I've got to throw this up there. Okay, I'm gonna throw this up here. This is not the Red Band trailer. No, I had the Red Band trailer. I put it in the wrong thing, but that's okay.
Did you read the Red Band book?
No, I can't find it.
Yeah, I didn't read it either.
The Red Band. I don't think any of those Red Band books are digital at all. Like I don't think Marvel. I think all the Red Bands are print only.
Yeah, because
I
didn't read
about the Blade book, the Blade Red Band book.
Yeah,
it don't exist. Not on Marvel Unlimited.
Yeah,
it's been out for a while now.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So the only way to find it, you gotta actually go into a shop and buy the Red Bands. So all these Red Band books.
Leave your house. Yeah.
You got to leave your house. You got to touch grass. Yes. You have to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Physically. So in order to get this book. So so this is the sanitized version, not the chop version. I'm getting pissed about that. That's main reason I stopped reading Blood Hunt, because I know they wasn't giving me the real Blood Hunt. But here we are. So Anyway, Wolverine's Revenge. Let's jump into it. So it's 20 years later. After Wolverine, after the apocalypse, whatever like that, and then everything kind of just reverted to the Wild West. So basically, Magneto did some shit where electricity don't exist anymore. So now everybody just went around like the Wild West. Now you got Old Man Logan in this world, and he goes to the one place in America that has electricity. Why? Because Forge runs it. So he goes to this bar. I can't remember the name of the bar. It doesn't really matter. Goes in there, meets a whole bunch of people. Hey, Logan, a bar where everybody knows your name. You see Captain American Bucky here. That is not Captain American Bucky. Deadpool killed him, like in issue 1. The Wolverine saw it with his own 2 eyes. I guess they just dudes either they taking up the mantle, or they're just cosplayers.
Or their sons or some shit.
Or their son. It don't matter. It don't matter what they say. So yeah, so he goes and let me go talk to the guy. So he talks to the guy, and while he goes up there, we can see Danny Moonstar.
Yes,
giving
that's
a demon bear
the panel of the week right there.
Right, Danny Moonstar getting a demon bear drunk. Yes,
Drinking with the demon bear.
Demon bear. That's all you got.
Drowning your sorrows.
That's a new thumbnail, Eli. That's a cover photo.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. So, and money
And
doesn't exist.
I want to see a comic book about drunk Danny Moonstar and what happens.
It's just fighting, just controlling demon bears, and multiple demon bears. My thing is that why can't Forge do this shit with every city? Why he just got one city doing? I don't know. It don't matter. Anyway, he sits there. He finds an old bottle of bourbon. Him and Forge drinks, and it's just like
he probably got deported.
He's the one person that can't get deported. Are we being too political? I think
this is commentary, man.
It's commentary.
Right? It's in the book. I didn't write it.
It is in the book. There we go. Anyway, so maybe Wolverine is going to this one place he goes every year since all this bullshit went down. So he goes to this place. He sniffs around. All he sees is dead animals everywhere, just rotting carcasses everywhere. He's like, why are so many rotting carcasses here? But anyway, he's here, and who does he see? Sabretooth, right in Professor X's chair. Missing an arm, missing an eye, probably missing some legs and more appendages down below. We don't know. Point is, he's there, and Wolverine's like, time for your medicine. He comes here once a year just to fuck with Sabretooth, just like Sabretooth used to fuck with him once a year. So it's like he returning the favor. So yeah. So that beam that Forge made to take away mutant powers, he puts it on something like that. Even though he knows that once he put the beam on it, his powers are done anyway. But he just does it anyway just to fuck with him. And I guess every time he comes there, he cuts off another piece of Sabretooth. Yeah. And so they're like, well, just go ahead and get it over with. He's like, you know what? I don't even feel like doing this shit right now. What, you getting soft on me, runt? You're like, nah, I guess I don't feel like doing this shit. Maybe next year I feel like doing this shit. Right now, I don't have the stomach for it. So they basically saying like the reason I killed everybody else because of what they did. But me and you, we go way past that. So that's why I'm torturing you right now.
Yeah. That was justice. What I did, killing them was justice.
Yeah.
Me and you, we got history.
Yeah. So he gets the beam. He's like, you know what? I'm done with you. Maybe I'll come back and we'll finish the shit up. So he leaves. He was like, y'all get all that? He was like, yeah, because Sabretooth was in the room with other people. Now, why couldn't Wolverine, sense them or smell them, anything like that? That's what the rotting carcasses was for. His nose was smelling them. He couldn't smell anything else in there. And who was it? The Omegas. Omega Red, Omega White, Omega Black, whatever, And they basically said, okay, I'm letting y'all know that Wolverine is the real deal. Don't go around playing with him. So basically, they like clone, genetic samples, whatever like that. Or they're just kids, Omega Red's kids. So yeah. He was like, don't worry, we're gonna get revenge for our father. This Wolverine is done. Don't worry about that. We're not gonna fall the way that you guys did. And they go there, and you see this other guy in the shadow that doesn't step out. He's like, yes, don't worry, I'm gonna sit back and watch what's going on. And Wolverine is about to head back to where he's going, but now he can sense them because he's far enough away from Sabretooth's thing. And who does he see? He sees Omega Black. He sees Omega Red. He sees Omega White. And they just rush the shit out of him. They're basically saying they got all his powers. And they're basically saying, we're going to kill you for what you did to our father. And basically, their powers even more amped up than Omega Red powers were. So they shock him, stab him, get him like 100 viruses in his body, plagues that, a normal man would kill them instantly. But all Wolverine is taking the plagues and taking the damage just to get close enough so he can like chop off the dude's tentacles and arms. Kill a shot at him. He's down, going for the next guy. He's like, so what you call yourself? Yeah, I'm Mega Black. And then they both rushing him. They stab Wolverine. Meanwhile, he's like vomiting bile and all kind of shit, And he was like, I just want you to get close to me. So he like, why don't you die? Because I'm polite. I want you to go first, bub. Bam. And then snicks him. He's done.
And that's probably only that's where I would have liked to receive the red band.
That they would have gave you they would have gave you something right there. Yeah. So now it's just Omega
the
Red
snick through the head. Yeah.
snick through the head. Yeah. So now you got Omega Red Jr. coming for him, and they're going tagging at and stuff like that. Slash him in the face. He was like, "Yeah, you are a danger." And then he realized there's a camera following him right now, and he thought they were like Twitch streaming or some shit. He was like, "Nah, I know what's going to fuck on here." So, and the thing is, Omega Red, like, you have to be taken away from this world. You are too dangerous. And Wolverine purposely gets, stabbed by Omega Red just so he can grab one of his tentacles so he can get him close to him so he can stab him.
He gives him like his own fastball special.
Your own fastball special, yeah. Chops his tentacles off, shit like that. And now he leaves one of them alive. Well, I mean, not alive, but he just hadn't gotten to him yet. He was like, "Who sent you? Y'all said somebody brought you. Who's here?" And then the guy doesn't answer. He's like, "Look, bub, I could do this all day because I'm the best at what I do. So I can either make you die quickly or I can make you die slowly. However you want to do it." And he like, ugh. And when we see him again, now he's missing 2 arms. We didn't see, we only saw the first arm. I guess that's the bread band. We didn't see that shit. So yeah, And then the dude just finally get Sabretooth did it. He told us he couldn't get you. You're like, "Oh, really? Okay." Then he, bam, puts him out of his misery. So yeah. And then he looked at the camera. Now he realized that I know you watching Creed. Now I know I said I was gonna come back next year. I think my visit gonna be a lot quicker than that. I'm gonna see you soon.
I'm gonna be right back.
I'll be right. I'll be back.
While I'm in the area, fuck it, I'm coming back.
Right. And Sabretooth turns to the one guy that didn't go down. He was like, "Did you get all that?" You see how fast he killed those guys. You see they weren't ready for it. And honestly, I'm surprised that you aren't fuming at the mouth right now, wanting revenge. He was like, "Oh, don't worry, my revenge is coming." And he was like, "Good, because you better be ready to take him, because it's gonna take everything you got to take him down." And who is it? Colossus' son.
With a sword.
To be concluded.
Yeah.
So, and that's gonna be the last issue. So that's what, and I see what Hickman is doing. The revenge is a cycle.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Yeah.
And it's Capullo doing the art.
If you're doing art, even though we're getting the sanitized version of it, but still.
Yeah, but it's still cool. I mean, it's Capullo. Like this is the dream team here. Yeah. Capullo, Hickman, Wolverine.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, all of these issues have been just some awesome panels, artwork,
just
energy,
dumb, stupid
action.
fun.
Yeah, not too much story. I mean, it's a simple story. Revenge is a cycle. We get it. Okay, kill some people.
Western. Yeah, now we're in the old West now.
Right, because everything
or the future West, whatever.
Right, new West, new old West, but yeah.
But even that one panel where the kids show up when he's by the river, and that's like a Sergio Leone fucking shot.
Right, he was giving them syrup badges and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it was cool.
So yeah, no, I'm enjoying the story, man. I got to keep up with it. I got to see how it concludes. I want to see if Wolverine learns anything from this. That's what I want to know. Or is it just gonna be him just chopping up people and then the end? I don't know. So I'm good either way.
Yeah, it's giving us what we came for. Nothing more, nothing less.
This is the first time we're not complaining, Eli.
Except we didn't read the red
take
band.
your Wolverine chopping up people, shut the fuck up. Except the red band. We are complaining about that shit, but yeah. Oh shit. Sorry. So what you got next?
Do you want? I'm doing Ultimate Spidey.
I didn't read it, so yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, I'll do Ultimate Spidey.
Okay.
Shit, I just lost it. Son of a bitch.
He's fighting Kraven in this.
Yeah. Well, it's Hickman, so he's getting ready to fight.
Why didn't they do this story like last year when the movie came out?
This is issue 13, man. This is.
I'm just saying, like, they could have did a tie-in with this shit. I guess Marvel didn't give a shit. They're like, fuck it, just
how Marvel does it.
We don't care.
Well, the Avengers were making $1 billion. The movies were making $1 billion. Let's have smart Asian Hulk, girl Iron Man, girl Thor.
Oh shit.
Yeah. This is right. 13, right? Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yeah. So Ultimate Spider-Man 13. As you know, the maker has made this is the Ultimate Universe. The maker has made a world without superpowers, but Iron Man came from a multiverse and gave Spider-Man his powers, and that's another version of Spider-Man. Yeah. So,
but he's older with a wife and kids, and
Mary Jane, Uncle Ben, and Jay Jonah are running a newspaper or an online journalists and shit. And it turns out that. So, did you read that Christmas issue?
No.
Okay. Well, the Christmas issue where Spider-Man's hanging out with his family on Christmas.
I kind of fell off on this book, I think.
Yeah. Well, it turns out that wasn't really Spider-Man. That was a Venom clone, a symbiote. Spider-Man.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
What?
That-
Okay.
Yeah. So it turns out Peter and Harry Osborn have been missing for 2 months
Oh.
because they got kidnapped by Kraven.
Okay. When the movie came out, that's when they got kidnapped. Okay. Smart, Marvel. Smart.
And so it starts out, this Venom symbiote dude is going around, fighting petty crime because he doesn't want anyone to know that Peter's been gone. He's kind of
That's
protecting
right. Because
Peter.
Suit runs on AI, right?
Yeah,
Like Tony Stark's AI would have liked that. So, okay.
yeah. But his son, what's his Ben?
Richard?
His son,
What up?
Peter's son.
Yeah.
Has now known, like, oh yeah, my dad's. He found out that his dad's gone, and this isn't really his dad. It's a symbiote, and blah 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 blah. So it's like, well, your parents wouldn't like you to do this, but here, I'll bind to you. So the symbiote binds to the son. Is it Ben or is it Richard?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So now Peter's son has the symbiote on.
He's Spider-Man for
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
For now, Venom Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we cut to the Savage Land, and we have Mole Man. He's ruling Savage Land, and Kraven's there.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a conversation about hunting and shit. And Mysterio shows up and talks some more shit, a bunch of banter. But it turns out that that's where Peter and Harry are. They're being held captive by Kraven. They got these bombs around their necks in case they, try to escape. And Kraven's like, yeah, I'm going to hunt you guys, because that's what I do. I'm going to hunt you guys.
I'm the hunter.
Yeah. So you guys, eat up. This is your last meal. And then you guys are going to go out into the Savage Land and I'm going to hunt you. So, they talk some shit and they talk some more shit and talk some more shit because it's Hickman. And then sets them loose. Sets Peter and Harry out into the jungle, and they're running through the jungle, and they get attacked by velociraptors, and of course Peter's strong, so he fights them off.
But Harry's just a dude, though.
Yeah, Harry's just a guy, but Peter's got the strength, and he's punching dinosaurs, so that's pretty cool. And they have a conversation about what it means to be a hero, and more of that. Where you can tell they're going to make the split.
Yeah.
Harry is, I think, is a little envious and just like questioning Peter. And Peter's just like, ain't saying anything. He's just like, I got to get back to my family. That's all I care about. So let's get out of this. And he's like just punching dinosaurs. So that was a cool little moment. Another cool Hickman conversation. And then we cut back to Peter's kid in New York, and he's running around swinging with the symbiote spider suit. And then he gets taken out by Black Cat's daughter because they had killed Black Cat. He's like,
they paralyzed him with some shit, right?
Yeah, they did something to him, and says, I'm here to fucking get revenge. For what you guys did to my daughter, or what you guys did to my father.
Right.
And she don't know that, this is a kid in the Spider-Man suit.
Right.
So that's where it ends. So yeah, and another enjoyable issue. We didn't get to see Kraven fight Spider-Man. It says next month. That's the cover. It shows Kraven and Spider-Man fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Although I think that's what was on this cover too, right?
Well, I'm pretty sure you've already picked up that every issue of this book, or the Ultimates period, it's a month past each issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next time we see it, a month will have passed by then.
Yeah.
So
So this is 4 out of 5. I'm still on this book. I'm still enjoying it. I mean, I felt like this one had a little bit of a lulls. the long drawn out converse. I can just tell this is okay. Hickman's writing Mysterio and Mole Man and Craven having a conversation.
Right, got to flesh them out, and
so we okay, we're gonna have fun. He's having fun writing those that dialogue with those characters. So I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. But I was like, let's get to it. Yeah, I was like, let's get to the fight. Yeah, and but yeah, I mean, I'm still enjoying it. He has a good way of setting things up. So yeah, I'm still on it. 4 out of 5.
Cool. All right, next book I'm going to do is Justice League Unlimited 3. Like I said, we're sticking with the Justice League. Like I said, everybody and their mama is on this team, so you don't know who's going to pop up and who's going to go and who's going to come and whatever like that. So, yep, that's the book. So let's see where we're going to right here. Boom. Like I said, and you see on the cover, Swamp Thing. He shows up because he doesn't know it, but he's a member of Justice League also. So, yeah. That being said, let's go to it. Justice League Unlimited number 3. All right. Also teasing the Atom Project. So yeah. So we're on the Watchtower, and you got Renee Montoya, who is the Question, and she's noticing something. She's got this bloodhound with her, and she's sniffing out something. She sees that somebody's gone, somebody's missing. The bloodhound goes to Green Arrow cooking up chili in a Batman apron. She's like, "Man, threw me off the scent." But he keeps going, and she smells something in a closet, and who is it? Airwave. Eating his ass off just for no fucking reason. She's like, "What you doing in here?" And he was like, "Oh, you caught me." He was like, "I know what you're doing in here. I know you been in here for like 12 days and you haven't left the quarters." He was like, "I know what you're doing." He was like, "Oh no, I can explain because nobody knows that he's a spy for the bad guys that's been causing trouble for this whole book." And she's like, "You're homeless, aren't you? You don't have any family back here. That's why you've been here the whole time. You should have told us. Let us know. We could help you out." You're like, yeah, that's what's going on with me. You're like, but don't worry, let's go get you a mission. So that's the mission. All right. So what is the mission? The Amazon is on fire, all of it, or at least the outer remnant of it, and the most of it is going to be fire in the beginning of it. She was like, well, how the fuck that happened? You were like, I don't know, but we need to stop before it takes the whole Amazon because that's a problem. So let's say while you figuring it out, I'm gonna send in a strike team. So roll call. Who we got? Superman, Wonder Woman, Star Sapphire, Flash, Shazam, and Stars and Stripe. I hope I didn't miss anybody, but that's what I got. So anyway, they go down there, everything's on fire, and Superman can see a whole bunch of beams all over the Amazon. He's like, well, first thing we need to do is just remove these beams, and that will stop the fire. So he tries to grab it and burns himself. You're like, fuck. It's magic fire. And one of them like, okay, Superman's fucking useless. Go find Flash or some shit like that. Red Tornado, send me down some magic people. Give me somebody that can actually do something with this shit. So you send out some magic people. You got Zatanna. You got Dr. Occult, some other magic people. And they send out the metal men because they're fireproof. Now, how is metal fireproof? I don't know, but they just are. Doesn't matter. You got a whole bunch of shit going on. And yeah, so what's going on here? Oh, and they're looking for, Batman's looking for Martian Manhunter because they think he can help out. So yeah. Meanwhile, they're doing all that. Let's see if we can get to the end. Oh, and they find out, and Zatanna uses some magic bullshit to find out, to make the main bad guy pop up. She's like, oh, you humans are cute. You finally used the magic to figure out what was going on. But you're gonna need more than that to stop us. So nothing they're doing can stop this fire. So they don't know how to stop this fire. So meanwhile, we're cutting to it, and you got the Atoms basically finding superheroes to switch the powers back, because right now Plastic Man has phasing powers. So they're finding where his powers went to, and they tracked it down to his old Terrifics teammate, Phantom Girl. And when they find her, she has Plastic Man powers, but she's like dripping mud right now. She's like, don't look at me. I can't go anywhere. She's been stuck in this house until somebody came for her, because she can't move or leave, anything like that. She's like, don't worry, it's going to be okay. Hit us with the beam, straight the powers back. So they give her the power, they give her the beam, and boom, they get the powers back. Plastic Man is Plastic Man, Phantom Girl is Phantom Girl, and Plastic Man thinking, finally, we can be together again, or be together. And she's like, thank you, I'm finna go back home. Bye. And she leaves. They're like, oh, shit. Damn, so his work crush is gone. And she's like, well, you want to team up with us? And that's the Atom Project interlude. Meanwhile, back to the bad guys. They're still fucking up shit. They don't know what's going on. Mr. Terrific has finally figured it out. Like, oh, they're trying to tear apart the Amazon, which the Amazon is a third of the green in the world. Obviously, they're trying to attack the green. So who do we know that has power over the green? Swamp Thing. So we need to find Swamp Thing. And Aquaman shows up. Now, obviously, this is before Aquaman 1 because obviously some big shit happened down in Aquaman 1. So before that. So Airwave is going to take Aquaman to go find Swamp Thing to help them out. Because if anybody can help them stop a magic fire in the Amazon, Swamp Thing can. So he gets there and they tell Swamp Thing what's going on. Swamp Thing was like, yeah, I already heard about what's going on. I'm making plans to take care of it right now. Well, wait, something's happening. And boom, Swamp Thing bursts into flames. To be continued. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what's going on. So, good story. I'm still not interested in the bad guy because their plan is too broad right now. And it's too many fucking characters. Like every time I show up in this book, it's some old Justice League people just cameo and popping up stuff like that, and need to be more. I don't know. I'm trusting in Mark Waid. I think he's gonna pull it all together, but we'll see how it goes. Overall, still 3.5 out of 5. I'm kind of seeing where it goes. He's got a bunch of pieces going on. I want to see how he puts all of it together. So yeah. What you got next?
No, I'm booked out.
What? You booked out?
Yeah.
I mean,
I read Helverine, but not much happened. It was kind of a filler issue. So, I mean, it wasn't bad. It's just like not much happened. Dawkins got that demon because this isn't Wolverine. So the Wolverine one was the last Helverine, but then that demon left Wolverine. Now it's in Dawkins. And Dawkins,
you got to give Dawkins something to do. So
yeah, so Dawkins went to that, where he died, and that demon is doing shit. It's after basically it sets up that, and Doctor Strange showed up. There's a demon that wants mutants or wants to do some shit with mutants. That's about it. It just sets up. This is kind of a filler setting up shit. So yeah, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. Not much happened. So yeah, I plan on. I know I said that because when you asked me what I read, I was like, I didn't read much yet because it's been a busy week. I didn't really read my comics until like a couple hours ago before we started.
No problem. It kind of calmed down for me this week, so I'm like, cool.
Yeah,
but
I'm trying to. So yeah, I'm trying to get that website up and running. Our Grand Entry Geek Out. It's our, our native geek page. Bunch of native writers,
but no problem. Go ahead.
Bunch of native writers. Basically, all the writers from A Tribe Called Geek. We're trying to set up our own thing, and so go check out grandentrygeekout.com. Where I'm trying to get more articles
the link
up there.
In the Facebook page.
I'm trying to get the more articles up, and we're trying to but the site's up and running. So I've been doing that all week. And I'm trying to get us more followers, get more traction on the page. And so, I kind of put off. I was like, oh, shit, I suppose I should read my comics. So, and when you're like, what'd you read? I'm like, I only read a couple of them. And one of them was the Helverine book. So
the shittiest book of the week. You read it.
Yeah. But after reading Ultimate Spidey, and I was going to check out that, was it Doom and Rocket Raccoon? But I was
going to, but do I really want to read that?
Yeah, that's what I said. I thought about it for a sec, and then I'm like, I'm fine.
I can wait for Marvel Unlimited on that one. I don't think that's a day one, but yeah.
Yeah. So it sounded fun, but I'm like, I got all these other ones I got to read.
No, but I got one more.
After reading 2 Hickman books, I was like, I'm good.
Hickman would take a lot out of it.
Yeah.
So. And that's why I feel like that last issue of Wolverine's Revenge, I feel like all the Hickman's going to come out in that book right there.
Yeah.
Like Eternity's going to show up and shit like that and walk Wolverine through, this is your life.
He's gonna get Silver Surfer's surfboard or some shit.
Right, some shit,
Yeah.
Oh shit. All right. So last book I got.
Cosmic Wolverine.
Cosmic Wolverine. Wasn't he Phoenix? No, Jason Aaron did that shit. He made Phoenix Wolverine or some shit, whatever. Like a million years in the future. But anyway, last book I got is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Naruto. number 2. So I've been waiting for this book to come out. I've been keeping track of this to see when it's going to come out. It came out. We're here where we left out. The both Team 7 and Ninja Turtles fought, and they realized that they don't need to be fighting because they're kind of on the same side. And now we're just continuing the story. So now they're going to kind of learn about each other, and we're going to learn about them also. So yeah, let's go to it. So basically, the book starts off with what we're saying. It's like, you know each other? Like both sides are saying it because Kakashi recognized Splinter. He called him Master Roshi. And he was just like, I don't know him, but back in my younger days, I remember this guy called Hamato Yoshi that was this fierce fighter that nobody could whoop. He had a very particular fighting style. And this guy I'm looking at right here fights exactly like him. But last I heard about Master Roshi, that he was killed by one of his own students. So how are you him? And matter of fact, now that I think about it, you're shorter than Master Roshi. And I don't remember him having a tail. So how are you copying his abilities? I'm copying his abilities because I was his student. He was my master. And I was his pet rat. So, okay. Yeah. So
wait a second.
Yeah.
The Naruto crew knew Yoshimit, or what's his name? Hamato?
Kakashi. They're sensei.
They're okay.
Their sensei.
Kakashi Sensei.
Yoshi. Yeah.
Kakashi
they
Sensei,
didn't know him. He just knew him. Yeah.
Okay.
Kakashi Sensei. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. So
see, I watched.
You've been studying. Okay.
I've been watching some shit. Yeah, I know some shit now.
Okay. I can hear you like, well, actually.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so yeah, so basically it's the same storyline in the comics. That was his pet rat. He studied under basically anything Hamato Yoshi did, he mimicked and moved off. So that's how he learned martial arts and shit. So now they realized that that's when so wait a minute. So if you're saying if that's Hamato Yoshi's rat and you told this story about Baxter Stockman, so that means these guys are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Shout out to the 03 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show, the GOAT show. I will down the hill. Y'all can fight me on it. I don't care. That was the best one.
Which one? The which one?
03. Ninja Turtles 03. I don't care. The one on Fox. Y'all can fight me on that one. Anyway, let's do a roll call on Ninja Turtles just because we did a roll call on Naruto last time. Do that. Okay. So Splinter taught them to be ninja teens. Leonardo leads. Donatello does machines. Raphael is rude but cool. Michelangelo is a party dude. Boom. That's the roll call. So there you go. Jake has no idea what we're talking about. But yeah.
Really,
right.
Jake? Come on, man.
He don't know. So anyway, they're like, okay, let's pool our resources together. Let's figure out what the fuck's going on. And they decide to go back. They decide to go into the secret lair. And they go in here. Donatello does a secret pop thing like that. And they walk in there. And meanwhile, they get that Fox foot ninja that they saw last time, sees them walking into the lair. Uh-oh, what does that mean? We'll find out. So they walk in there. And meanwhile, they are standing on top of a giant sewer lid. And they're smiling, and Naruto's like, what y'all smiling for? Like, watch this. Bam, and they fall through. And he's like, cool. And then they fall through there, and they're in a sewer. He was like, this is a lair. So they're in the Ninja Turtles lair in the Big Apple. And their ninja band, like, symbol looks like an apple. So, for those that got that on that, yeah. So basically, they're getting to know each other. Naruto and Mikey are playing video games. Kakashi and Splinter are drinking tea, catching up kind of. Yeah, sake, catching up on what's going on. Leonardo and Sasuke don't speak; they just meditate because that's what they do.
That does make sense. Yeah,
that makes sense. Of course, yeah. Donatello. Now I don't know if that's Naruto or Naruto clone, but I guess it didn't really matter. Donatello is making this huge ass machine to pour coffee, which is exactly what he did in the 80s cartoon intro. I thought that was funny. Mm-hmm. Sakura and Ralph are sparring or training because that's what they do,
Really?
And
okay.
Michelangelo and Naruto he's teaching him how to skateboard. So out of all of them, they're becoming the best friends. And they just kicking with each other, like that. Like, what's the thing you said? Radical? You're like, man, stick around with me. I'm gonna teach you some more stuff, man. So they best friends like that. And then while they're talking, Kakashi is telling him, Splinter everything about Naruto. He's like, wait, you telling me that boy has a nine-tails demon inside of him that can destroy the universe? I mean, destroy the world? You're like, yeah, but don't tell nobody. So he's like, he knows he has a demon inside of him, but he doesn't know who put the demon in him. So, spoiler alert for those that don't know much about
I
Naruto.
do know this.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. So, the person who put the demon inside of him was the fourth Hokage. The Yellow Flash is what they called him. He's the fastest ninja ever. Also, Naruto's father.
Mm-hmm.
Naruto doesn't know any of this. And they're saying, keep this a secret. So Naruto doesn't know he already has Hokage blood in him. So, yeah, so that's the thing right there. So they're talking and just trying to catch up with everybody. And Sasuke he finally says something. He's just like, look, man, y'all cut the bullshit. Look, y'all just as good as us, man. Y'all strong, y'all powerful. Y'all sent the foot ninjas running with their tail between their legs. And you know, what's the name? Shit. The cool ninja, not the other one. Kashi Sensei.
Oh,
Kashi Sensei
okay.
like, Sasuke, chill out, man. Don't go there. Don't go there. He was like, okay, so why the hell are y'all hiding in the sewer? Why are y'all not just running around just doing whatever the hell y'all want to? Why are y'all what are y'all hiding from? Splinter just telling them, it's cool. It's not what we're hiding from, it's who we're hiding from. And who we're hiding from? Orokosaki. That's what they're hiding from. So, right. So that story he was telling earlier about this story about Homato Yoshi getting killed by one of his students, that's what happened because he let in a student from the streets to train him. But the thing was that student who was Orokosaki wasn't there to get off the streets. He was there to learn everything from Homato Yoshi to take over the streets. Mm-hmm. And he also stole like this sacred scroll that had like special powers in it. He stole it from him, killed Homato Yoshi, burned down the dojo, and left. And the only thing that survived was his pet rat Splinter. So meanwhile, while the dojo business, and he ran into the sewer.
This is like old Mirage Cannon.
It's like old Mirage Cannon, but they mix it up a little bit,
Yeah.
Because they always
I'm just saying, like in the new IDW where they were like reincarnated or some shit. That's how they became.
They were old Shonen warriors, but
yeah, they reincarnated as turtles and a rat, and yeah.
So stuff like that. So he's in the sewer. He just rummaging for food. He finds the ooze. He finds a bunch of baby turtles in there. He picks up the baby turtles and takes them to safety and tries to keep them safe. And since he trampled through the ooze, finds out they get stronger, they get bigger, they get smarter, blah, blah, blah. The story. Ninja Turtles. Yeah.
Turtle power.
And that's on there. So that's their story. And so how did they meet April? And April said, yeah, that is a funny story because I was doing an interview with Baxter Stockman because he got fired from university for doing shady shit and nobody wanted to have anything to do with him. But he kept calling me. So I finally did an interview with him to find what's going on. And he was telling me all about that ooze that he misplaced the original ooze that he had years ago and don't know what 14, 15 years ago, don't know what he did with it. So he decided to remake the ooze. But the thing is, since he got fired from university, he has no money to remake the project. So where's he getting the money from? The Foot Clan is funding him, Orokosaki, and that is complete. They want their product, and they don't plan on paying him. so Baxter Stockman trying to get the fuck up out of there.
So that's not Mirage Cannon.
That's not Mirage Cannon. That's completely different, right?
April was actually the Baxter's his assistant. She was a scientist.
Yeah, and he had nothing to do with ooze. That ooze had nothing to do.
He made the Mousers.
He made the Mousers, right? The ooze is like alien shit.
That's the TCRI or whatever.
Yeah, that shit. The Utrons, whatever.
Yeah. There you go. Look at you.
I know my shit.
Fugitoid and shit.
Yeah, all that shit. Yeah, Professor Honeycutt.
And it was on the same truck that almost hit Matt Murdock.
No, they did hit Matt Murdock. Yeah, that's
and it's supposedly the same ooze that gave Matt Murdock his powers.
Yeah, because they show Matt Murdock in that panel, it hits him in the face, and then it hits the turtle. So
yeah.
All right. So the Foot Clan are there. They take all the ooze that they find, and they fuck Baxter Stockman up, and he's down. So now they're about to take out April also because the Foot Clan mission, no witnesses. But before they get to it, bam, them turtle boys cut him no slack when the Foot Clan attack or whatever the lyric goes. So they fuck him up, beat him up. That's what they do because wherever the Foot Clan go, the Ninja Turtles are right behind their ass. So they're there and they see Baxter Stockman. They're like, damn, we made it too late because they were here to save Baxter Stockman, but they made it too late. He got fucked up. So, but at least they rescue April. April decides, don't worry, I'm gonna go to another village, find out what Baxter Stockman is up to. or what he was up to, and to get more information to see what the Foot Clan is about to do next. So, and that's where she went to the, the Leaf Village, talked to them, and we're back up where we were now. But somebody's stomach starts rumbling. Everybody think it's Naruto. April says it's her. I think she was covering for Naruto, But anyway, they're like, oh, time for a food run. You know what that means. Pizza time. And I was like, what's pizza? They're like, oh, Mike's like, don't worry. Come with me. We'll find you. We'll let you know. And April's just like, you know what? Y'all go ahead. I'm just going to rest and relax. It's been a long day for me, And Splinter's just like, yeah, it's been a long day for you, April. You can relax. It's cool. And then his, rat senses go off or whatever, She's like, April, no time to sleep. You need to run. And so you turn around, bam, foot ninjas pop out of nowhere, And bam, April starts getting them. And Splinter's just like, you dare attack me in my lair? And Splinter just goes hard, just starts fucking these dudes up, whooping their ass. His tail's grabbing the other dude, whooping their ass. He's like, you come to my house by himself. He's just running through foot ninjas and shit like that. And he's like, I did, rat, I dare. And who is it? The guy that put his life to shreds. Oroku Saki. Ooh, bam. And all of them bow before him.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, yeah. Oh, also that Fox Ninja, she was invented in those IDW comics.
Okay,
Ninja
yeah.
Turtle comics. So, yeah. There she come from. So, yes. To be continued. So, yeah. Another cool story. Most of it was a lot of exposition, but that's what you expect in a second issue story. You got to slow it down and let these guys get to know each other. So it wasn't bam, bam, action like it was in the first one. But like I said, the next issue, you got Shredder facing off against Splinter. No, the Shredder, the Foot Clan, and that Rabbit Fox thing versus Splinter and April. Now, whether April knows karate and shit like that, it's a ninja village. Of course she knows that shit. So, yeah, I lost y'all. Sorry, Jake, we mean to lose you, but yeah.
Does he mean like he doesn't know what Ninja Turtles are?
No, I don't think that song we were singing. I don't think he knows the Ninja Turtles theme song. So, do you know Go Ninja Go Ninja Go? I know you know that.
The Vanilla Ice
or TURTLE power.
Yeah,
he may not know that one. I don't think he knows that one. Yeah. All right. Overall, 4 out of 5. The art still great, still awesome in this one. Of course, Naruto and Mikey will be best friends. That just makes sense. So yeah,
I do like how they all paired up with each other.
Yeah, they all have their separate personalities. They all match perfectly with it. It does seem like Naruto is cool with both Donnie and Mikey. Like he's cool with both of them.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool. Hold up, let me see what Jake talking about now. No,
Michael Bay Turtles?
No, Jake, no Michael Bay anything, no Transformers, no Ninja Turtles, no.
I didn't mind the first Michael Bay one, but the second one,
I didn't mind the second one. I didn't mind the second one at all.
I didn't like that Casey Jones was a cop. I didn't like that.
Oh, Casey Jones sucked. Yeah. Oh yeah, but everything else about it. Look, I think the Turtles look better. They were small. They wasn't like
I did not mind I don't mind any of the Turtles.
I don't know. Turtles in Time. I don't know, man. That was kind of
yeah. Even like the second one, like they don't use any of their weapons and shit.
Because they thought the first one was too violent. Parents complained about it. So
yeah. But I mean, I'm just a Turtle fan.
I could watch it. So like I said, you got hit and miss. And when we're talking about those Ninja Turtle cartoons, shit like that, like I said, 03 is the GOAT. I don't care what anybody says, it's the GOAT. But another one I didn't mind was the newer Nickelodeon ones, Rise of the...
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That's the one that had powers, right?
Powers.
One of them, they had powers.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. They had like power shit like that. Like Raphael had like an exoskeleton, and I think Leonardo could teleport or some shit like that. It was
I never saw that one. I don't know.
Yeah. It was one of those newer ones. The one after Nickelodeon
Rise of the Turtles or some shit.
Some shit like that. It's like at the beginning of the story, they got power, but when the show ended, they lost the powers.
What's his name? Dragon Ball Jones, or what was the he was like a Jim Jones or a Jim Kelly. Jim Jones. He was like a Jim Kelly knockoff. What the fuck was his name? Anyway, that was on the Nickelodeon one. I thought that one was good.
I don't remember that one, but yeah.
Yeah, that was the one where it showed them the first time they ever had pizza. That was fucking great.
Okay. if you had Paramount Plus, every Ninja Turtles show, movie, TV, everything is on Paramount Plus. So you go hog wild for that. I'm tired. I'm not plugging Paramount Plus anymore for the rest of this month because they're not paying me. Even though they did give me a discount to get them, but they're not paying me. So yeah. All right. So anything else we got or?
No, I'm booked out. Arnold Jones. Is that no, that's IDW. No, it's not Casey. Okay, yeah, I'm getting it fucking mixed up. Yeah, it's not Casey Jones. I put Dragon Ball Jones thinking the name would come up, but it's he was like a total like throwback to Jim Kelly.
Kind of like what's the guy name? Bushido Brown on Boondocks.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Fuck, it's
all
not
right.
coming up. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to really search. Yeah. Oh well, I'll have it next time.
Cool. All right. So, like I said, if you listen this long, give it a like, share, subscribe. If you listen at least 30 seconds, that boosts the algorithm. So keep listening. Just let us know what's going on. Eli is going to plug his website in the Facebook page. Like I said, Eli, we got 3K followers on there.
Oh yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So next week, I don't know what we'll do. We might do something else. I don't know. Something else will pop up.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Shit. Fucking package.
Ah, fuck. I'm sorry. It's too far away. It's too far away. You got yours. You got yours. I can't.
No, I gotta go get. I'll go grab it.
Okay. Damn it. I'm way too far. I'm too situated right now. I can't grab the package. Eli. I can see it, but I can't grab it. I completely forgot about it. I should have remembered that. Tell you what.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it next week.
Okay. Oh, I can't open it.
Not we will open it next week because you're gonna open it by yourself and let's do it together.
All
so
right.
I'm sorry, my boss. We will do it next week because I can see it, but I can't reach it. It's too far away. And then the scissors that I need to open it on the other side over here, I'm too far away. I'm not Miss Fantastic or Luffy or Plastic Man or whoever the hell else. Miss Marvel, whoever. So yeah. Dawson from Street Fighter. So, shit. We will do it next week. Please remind me, Eli. Well, I'm putting that in the notes. We're gonna do that next week. So until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
Until then, this is I forgot. Who are we? Comic Willis.
Something about yeah.
Yeah.
You can do Street Fighter.
Yeah, Street Fighter. Y'all take it easy.